Okay, to help with explaining stair 6 at the roof level problems, you come up. I'm on the landing right before the transition that goes up on the roof level, and there's the roof level right now, and I'm looking at the north wall. The north wall first problem would be if the handrail backing came down, then you have a transition of a wall right there, the little short wall that's transitions back further underneath the I-beam. The handrail comes down and attaches to the backing right there and terminates. It's not going to protect this stair landing, which maybe you can see if I come out of the shadows. There's going to be a gap of about 8 inches. So I think the handrail backing would need to come down and terminate all the way to the, what would that be, the east end of the stair to protect that gap at the landing. Another problem is the wall that's up on the top that aligns with the stringer, aligns with the rated wall right there at the stair stringer edge. Well, once we turn and go north there about the 8 or 10 inches back to this wall that goes down on the 7th floor, it comes up, and now this beam would be exposed. If the rock came down the wall right here, this wall at the upper wall up at this level up here does not align with the wall down below. There's like an 8-inch offset, and there's no way to transition the drywall from the upper and lower level. That's on the north side of the stairwell 6. Now I'm going to come on up the stairs so I can show you the, or that be the east end of the wall. Right now, the 2-hour rated wall that comes up off the 7th level comes up and terminates up to this beam that is much too wide, and the wall, the fire rated wall, would terminate underneath it. Then you would have an exposed beam, and then the wall up above, if it terminates, or if it's in the same plane as the rated wall, that beam flange right there is way too wide. And as you can see, the rated wall would come underneath the beam, and there's about a 2 or 3 inch gap at the beam. This beam is much wider than the beam is on the other side outside the stair, because it looks like the extra support coming from, let's say, the side plate that's right here. Now the side plate still has an angle on there it's typical with supporting the deck, but it's still in the stair, and this angle is going to be inside the stair if it aligns to the same plane. Now this wall right here is called for a D4 wall, but as you can tell, we started the wall out with a D6 wall because we got about 2.5 inches overhanging to align with the wall below. It doesn't make much difference to align with the wall below because of the beam flange at the bottom. It interferes with the drywall line anyway, so that's another problem up on top. And if I turn right over here, another problem with this transition right in here from the upper wall to the lower wall that's down on the 7th level that's back further is this tube steel support that's outside the wall. It goes all the way down to the 7th, comes up, and now it's outside of the drywall line that's next to the stringer. And then how does that hide, or how does the drywall come down, if it comes down, and then what? It returns. There's nothing that shows this return right there, how to transition that and terminate that, make it all look like it's drywall. Still missing all that support with the tube steel and everything right there. And we kind of have a similar problem with the tube steel over on this wall. We have the wall up above, the D4 wall that aligns with the rated wall that comes up from the 7th over on the south side of this stair 6. And these walls all line up, but the problem is with the tube steel again, with the support. The drywall comes down here at this line. This tube steel is 4 inches and it falls right inside the wall line, but the support, which goes up and down about 20 inches, 24 inches, it's in the drywall line on the south corner of the stair 6. So that's another problem. hopefully this YouTube video will help explain the problems in this stair up here. May take a walk to go over all the problems up here.